The girl was looking around when she accidentally bumped into a woman, and the woman quickly apologized. But just before the woman walked away, the girl softly asked, "Is there someone named Lynn living in this neighborhood?" The woman froze in shock. "Lynn? He's my husband. What's your relationship to him?" The girl answered, "I'm his sister, so you must be my sister-in-law, right?" The woman looked unsure. "I'm not sure about this. How about you call him first?" But the girl lowered her head and replied sadly, "We haven't been in contact for many years, and I only have his address with me." When the woman looked at the paper, her heart skipped a beat, because it was the exact same address where she was staying. So the woman quickly called Lynn and asked, "Honey, do you have a sister?" Lynn immediately denied it, his voice firm and nervous. The woman then turned to the girl and said quietly, "But he told me his parents had passed away and that he had no siblings. What's really going on?" The girl's eyes filled with tears as she explained softly, "My brother once had a girlfriend in the city, but when she found out he was from the countryside and that our family were just farmers, she broke up with him." But the woman wasn't angry or worried, so she gently asked, "Sister-in-law, what brings you here today?" The girl took a deep breath and said sadly, "Our house in the countryside is very old. I want to fix it, but it will cost over $10,000, and I don't have much money, so I had no other choice but to come and ask my brother if he could help." Just then, Lynn came running in and said nervously, "Sister, what brings you here?" Before the girl could answer, the woman turned and walked away immediately. The girl looked at her brother and said softly, "Brother, I'm sorry for causing you trouble. Our house back home collapsed, and the repairs will cost over $10,000. I don't have that kind of money, so I came to see if you could lend me some." Meanwhile, the woman, who happened to be the boss of a company, made a phone call to her secretary. Lynn looked embarrassed and said quietly, "Sister, you see my situation. I finally married someone from the city and she's a big boss. If I secretly give you money behind her back, she might get angry with me." Hearing this, the girl's heart broke. So Lynn hesitated, then said, "I have $2,000 here. Take it just in case." But the girl felt like she no longer had a brother, and she said painfully, "I shouldn't have come. I'll go back now." Still, Lynn stopped her and said, "Wait a minute, take the money. You should keep it." Just then, the woman came back and said coldly, "How can you give her only $2,000? At that moment, her secretary arrived and handed her a bag. Lynn panicked and tried to explain, "Babe, don't be angry. After all, she's my own sister. Giving her $2,000 isn't a problem, right?" But the woman looked at him seriously and said, "Do you think I'm angry because you gave your sister $2,000? Her house collapsed, and the repairs will cost over $10,000. What can $2,000 even do?" Lynn lowered his head and apologized, but the woman said firmly, "You should apologize to your sister, not to me." Lynn turned to his sister with tears in his eyes and said, "Sister, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Ever since we were kids, you always gave me the best, and I still treated you like this. I truly didn't mean it." The sister smiled through her tears and replied, "It's okay, brother." Then the woman turned to the sister and said gently, "Sister-in-law, here, I've prepared $10,000 for you. It's for renovating the house back home." The girl tried to refuse, but the woman smiled warmly and replied, "Since we're fixing it, let's make it as good as possible." Then she softly added, "Sis, let's go home first." If you were touched by this story, give the woman a like.